Hi, I'm Jeremy.
I'm AJ.
And this is a clever intro. Welcome back, as always, for another episode of The Extraordinary Times, and let's jump into the news. First off.
All right, so news has been going around about Ron Paul not dropping out, kind of. I don't know, it's confusing.
Almost, but not, but sort of dropping out.
Right. Basically, he's said that he's not going to campaign, but he's still going to campaign where it doesn't matter so that he can keep getting money. In fact, his campaign has come out and pretty much said, yeah, we know we can't beat Mitt Romney, but we're going to keep campaigning.
I think the way they actually phrase it is very important. It says, we recognize that Governor Romney has what is very likely to be an insurmountable delegate lead. We acknowledge that we are very, very unlikely to be able to block that nomination.
Mitt Romney needs roughly 1,144, and he's projected to have 972, roughly. Yeah, to really give our opinion on Ron Paul's chances, I think we're just going to have to link you to a video called Bad Lip Reading.
Bad Lip Reading Ron Paul right here, and then we will put Bad Lip Reading's actual link to their page right here. Go subscribe to them and watch everything they've ever done because it's funny. Most of the time it's cleanish,
yeah,
and it's funny. And so, that's kind of my prerequisite for something to really share with the public. So there you go.
Russian unicorn.
Russian unicorn. That is not clean. I'm sorry. I have a porcupine called the Zoom, and it... never mind. You can go watch. It's funny. Forget about how dirty it is. Speaking of Mitt Romney, actually, also in Bad Lip Reading, go watch that one. That's funny. Kill the annotations. Just go go look at it in the description if you missed it before then. So Mitt Romney, right? He just got endorsed by former President George W. Bush, and well, punchline is he drops 5 points in the polls, and we move on.
Actually, I find it funny that George Bush basically said, as the elevator doors are closing, and I support Mitt Romney.
Just so you know.
All right, so science. Oh, I love science.
Science.
So in the future, batteries could be replaced by viruses, and I'm not talking about like computer viruses like Trojans or whatever. I mean actual biological or semi-biological viruses. I never know what to call viruses. They're like RNA. Anyway.
Yeah, they're not really alive, but they're sort of. They are genetic composition.
Either way, scientists have been able to make some create electrical current from physical movements. So literally, they could just strap a piece of this virus plastic stuff, whatever, and every time, he pokes me annoyingly, there's a charge. So it'd be like, either way, they can basically hook this up to your heart.
Just doing this.
Right. They could hook this up to your heart, and as it beats, it powers your, I forget the name of it. Pacemaker, thank you. So literally, you never have to change the battery of your pacemaker anymore. Your heart beating charges it. Wow.
So one powers the other, and it's a very symbiotic relationship, almost like cold fusion. And for me, of course, it was we're one step closer to when we create that AI. And it's going to be like, hey, remember that time I put something in your heart so you could power the machines that keep me alive, keep me conscious? Step closer to the Matrix.
And people wonder why I come up with conversations I could possibly have with an AI. Anyway.
I do wonder, why would you want to talk to it? It knows everything anyways.
More on that later.
So, slightly less happy news for those of us who are History Channel addicts. This guy. Mitch Gist of the Swamp People fame has died. Apparently he was out doing swamp people-y things on his boat and collapsed and had a seizure in the boat and died. They haven't really released anything about it. Could have been a stroke, could have been a whole lot of things. So, at least he wasn't eaten by an alligator. Like, that's my thing, is like, if he died from something like that, that would have been really, really upsetting.
A little too ironic.
But he was old, and, it was that time. So, sad news on that, but,
condolences to his brother.
Yeah, his brother and all the people that like him. He's a good guy. So we move on.
To more depressing news, but more worldwide, I guess.
Other depressing, realish news.
Right. So we've talked a bit about Greece and its failing economy and ideology and what? Anyway.
Hey, now, don't make fun of Greek people. They're brutal. Brutal people.
Well,
ever seen them take a swing at a SWAT guy? I have.
Either way, it's starting to look like Kalanikte, Greece. Good night in Greek, by the way. Stocks are going really far down. The European Union is looking to possibly split from it, and that means more other splits. People are running to the banks and withdrawing. So there's a lot of details down in the article we're going to give you down below, but that's basically it. So
on that news, the Dow Jones slipped 63 1/3 points today. So yay! Us being affected by them, being affected by us. Yay! Circular economics. It's all a secure system until it all goes to hell. But moving on. So I had.
Speaking of
going down the drain. No, I saw this Washington Times article and I couldn't help but laugh for myself because when you see an article that talks about illegal immigrant students and members of the House are suing the Senate, you think to yourself, first off, what members of the House are supporting illegal activities in America? And if those House members are supporting illegal activities in America, they should be indicted.
Right.
And then it is the fact that illegal immigrants are suing the Senate. So let's get them all to come in and talk to us about it. And then we'll have a little Oprah moment where we're like, you're an illegal, and you're an illegal, and you're an illegal. You all get deported.
Good job, idiots.
Yeah. So if you really, really, really want to go through with suing the Senate over filibustering the DREAM Act so that y'all can go to free college in America, fantastic. Good on you. But the thing is,
to be arrested.
The thing is if you're going to take advantage of America, be a citizen.
Yes.
And if you want to be a citizen, come in the right way. Because I know people that come in the right way, they did it the way they were supposed to, and they worked hard. Same way a lot of illegals work hard. I'm not discounting that they're lazy or criminals or anything, because a lot of them aren't either. They're great people.
They obviously can work hard,
but
they should work hard at becoming citizens.
Yeah, do it the legitimate route. And yeah, it's hard, and yeah, it's kind of messed up, but do it, because there are so many more benefits to being a citizen and using citizenship to get what you want, instead of trying to work the system because you decided you wanted to slip through a crack and live in the greatest country in the world. So
let's see what happens with that.
Good freaking luck, honestly. But so we're entering the phase of the show where I want to call it the two great fails of today.
Okay, so first of all, Turkey is accusing Israel of spying, which you're like, okay,
Well,
whatever.
Turkey doesn't exactly like Israel. Turkey, generally Muslim. Israel, generally the Jewish, specifically Jewish. And so they don't get along very well. They clash.
So understandable. Except that it's the way that they're accusing them that really makes this a headline. They're accusing them of using a bird, notably a bee-eater, which, little tiny bird, of harboring electronic equipment to spy on Turkey.
I'm sorry, this normally wouldn't exactly be great news, except you have to read the title of the article, which is Turkey suspects bird was Israeli agent, rather. And
the great thing is why they suspect it. What brought it to their attention? The bird had a little strip around its ankle that said Israel on it. It supports Israel.
It supports Israel. So we have to, dissect it and examine it just in case it's a Mossad agent. By the way, Mossad is not to be messed with. Just as an aside, as funny as this is, Mossad is not to be messed with. So, last story of the day, the second of the two fails. Great fails. A New York man in Stockholm, New York, was over at his friend's house, and his friend, a 25-year-old man, decided he wanted to know what it felt like to be shot. So, the 25-year-old man, or the 24-year-old man, tried to goad his 25-year-old friend into shooting him with a .22 rifle, because he didn't really want to know what it felt to be shot by something that matters. He just wanted to know what it felt like to be shot by something slightly larger than a pellet. From a pellet gun. I've been shot by a pellet gun. Doesn't feel good, by the way. But, so, he goaded him so long and so hard that he finally did. And thusly, his friend, the 25-year-old friend, is now in jail for shooting his friend in the leg.
Reckless endangerment.
Personally,
I think he was goaded. It probably went something like, "Come on, shoot me. I don't want to shoot. Come on, shoot me. I really don't. You're stupid. Fine.
You're stupid and I hate your mom. Really? Click. No, man. That's not cool. Anyways, so, tell us which of these stories you thought was a bigger fail. Israel spying on Turkey with a bird. Or
man shooting his friend in the leg because he asked him to.
Tell us down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I am Jeremy.
I'm AJ.
And these were extraordinary times. Subscribe to us, please. Share us with your friends. Like us. Favorite us. Pass us around Facebook like we're something awesome. Because we could be, if you wanted.
Thank you, Tyler Clark, pseudonym, and DeathGoddessRuth for all the stuff you give us. It's
seriously.
Awesome.
Y'all are awesome. We're going to stop talking now. Be aware.